Hello friends, welcome back. Today we are finally going to be listening to the album Everybody Scream by Florence and the Machine. If you're new to my channel, you can check out my reactions to the previous 3 Florence and the Machine albums. We've been going through them once a week leading up to the release of this album. I had not heard them. Now I'm really excited now that I have to listen to this album. One thing I will mention before we get into it is I have already reacted to the song Everybody Scream, so you can find that video on my channel. I will link it in the cards and in the description if you want to check it out. So we are going to be getting straight into this album with track 2, which is One of the Greats, which is another single that was released, but I didn't listen to this one because I wanted to make sure I listened to most of the album intact. I've stayed away from spoilers as much as possible because this did come out yesterday, the day that I'm filming. I haven't had anything spoiled for me, which is really fun. I can't wait to get into this. I had a quick look at the credits on this album and it looks like Aaron Dessner is the main producer, which I'm very excited about. I'm a huge fan of Aaron Dessner, both as an artist and a producer. He's produced some of my favorite music, and if you're familiar with my channel, you know I talk a lot about Taylor Swift, so he is one of her main collaborators. And Florence's last album was produced by Jack Antonoff, who's another collaborator in that sphere of artists, so I'm really excited to hear how this sound translates. Aaron Dessner has a very particular sound. It's a very in the woods type of sound, so I'm really excited to hear if there are going to be specific little Aaron Dessnerisms on this album. You might hear me refer to Aaron Guitar a few times if that's something that comes up. And I'm going to assume that if he produced it, that this was mainly recorded at Long Pond Studios, which is his studio. So anyway, very excited to see how this all plays out and to explore some of the themes in this album. Before we jump in, be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I love reacting to new music, I love listening to music, and I love hearing your recommendations. So if there's anything that you're loving right now that you think I absolutely need to be listening to, be sure to leave that in the comments down below. Let's get into it. So we are starting with track 2, One of the Greats. I already love the tone of this guitar. It's so crispy.
I crawled up from under the earth, show you what it takes to conquer and to crucify, to become one of the greats. One of the greats.
Ooh, it's very simple.
I kept a scream inside my chest, killed everyone I'd ever kissed, hung them on the wall like trophies, each name a stain upon my lips. And all my fumbling visions transmitted via television, got everything I thought I wanted and cried, hung over in a hotel closet.
Reminds me of the last
Did
album,
I get it
the way
right?
it ended.
Do I win the prize? You regret bringing me back to life. Arms outstretched back from the dead, streetlights bursting overhead. In my dresses, in my flowering sadness, like a woman to profit from her madness. I was only beautiful under the lights, only powerful there. Burned out at 36. Why did you dig me up for this?
Interesting. Oh.
But I've really done it this time. This one is all mine. I'll be up there with the men and the 10 other women and the 100 greatest records of all time. It must be nice to be a man and make boring music just because you can. Oh, don't get me wrong, I'm a fan. You're my second favorite frontman. And you could have me if you weren't so afraid of me. It's funny how men don't find power very sexy.
So
This
true.
one's for the ladies. Do I drive you crazy? Did I get it right? Did I get it right? Do I win the prize? Do you regret bringing me back to life? It's a feminine function.
So relatable.
Bodies and its air of destruction.
is so beautiful. One thing about Florence, there will always be a harp. Wow, she said a lot. There was a lot said in this song. Let me just go back through the lyrics here because there were a couple of moments that, I mean, you saw me. I'll be up there with the man and the 10 other women and the 100 greatest records of all time. T. Love that she's talking about this. I love that she's saying that, like, there's so many renowned male artists that are celebrated and championed time and time again. And she's like, I'll be up there with 10 other women because there's not many of us. It must be nice to be a man and make boring music just because you can. Like... Actually so real. There are a lot of male artists that think they're deep and think they have a lot of profound things to say, and they get celebrated because they can be. And I think it's such a testament to her recognizing that she tries to make it interesting and different every time. And I mean, you can say that about a lot of female artists. They do feel like they need to reinvent themselves every single album cycle because otherwise they're disposable. And it's horrible that that's how the industry treats female artists. And I love the shade in Don't Get Me Wrong, I'm a fan, you're my second favorite frontman. And then the lines, and you can have me if you weren't so afraid of me. It's like she's saying, she's like, I respect you, I'm still interested in you as a person, but you are afraid of me. You don't think being powerful is sexy. You don't like what I'm trying to aspire to. It's really powerful what she's saying. Too feminine to function was another line that really hit me. Wow. I'm already loving the lyrical content of this. I really feel like the lyrics were the important part of this one. Track 3 is called Witch Dance. Bassline is groovy.
Over my legs, lie down with death. We kiss, we sigh, we sweat. His blackberry mouth stains my nightgown. I put him close, wrap my legs around, and it tastes like life. I twist, I bite, the foxes shatter in the night. Show me the way, this feeling leads the ache, the kick, the need. Show me the way, this feeling leads the ache, the kick, the need. Shimmering landscape, widen my eyes. Can I keep all this beauty forever inside? I tear off my nightgown and run naked through the town.
Oh, so the choir is very reminiscent of Everybody's Scream. I wonder if that's going to be all the way through.
Run through rain, run through fog, taking consolation in cats and dogs and things that cannot speak. Ran to the ancestral plane, but they all showed up drunk and insane. When I asked what I could offer them, they said gin and tonic or lithium. They asked which way should I go, and through cigarette smoke they said, child, how would we know? My feet are bleeding, I cannot stop. I have many, many miles yet to I came to a clearing full of wailing and keening, a well of tears that never runs dry.
No more syncopation.
Women said we've been waiting, waiting to meet you. It's only a matter of time. Thrust my fists in the ground, and the earth made a moaning sound. I could feel something shudder deeper, deeper down. And I met every monster from the bar to Broadway, and all their
just looking over at what Genius was writing, and I had seen her talk about some of this. Genius is saying that she's describing a sensual encounter with death as a metaphor for her near-death experience following an ectopic pregnancy. I'll be honest, like, I didn't specifically get that from the lyrics. I don't think I would have known that without the additional context. So I think really what these lyrics are exploring, although that is the event that inspired it, is just this idea of how life and death are kind of existing simultaneously. They're so close together. It's like this very, very fragile line between one and the other. Chasing to understand what it all means, you know, like going to different people in your life and asking what you're supposed to do and all this stuff. And it's like, nobody knows. Everybody knows that death is going to happen, but nobody knows what to do with it and how to go about it and how to process. And I really loved how you had so much of that syncopated drum rhythm that felt very intense and primal, and you had the choir kind of like raw and wild in the background. And then when you get to the end, it's almost like she's kind of processing these things. The beat smooths out, you're back into following the rhythm structure, and it wraps up this idea. You have all this like uncertainty, unease in the rhythm before, and then it smooths out into something that's easy to follow and easy to understand. And I think that is kind of wrapping up her experience of like how difficult maybe it all felt and where she is now with it. I do really like when music does that, when you have sonic elements that follow the story or contribute to the storyline of a song. It kind of helps you immerse yourself in the feeling of it a little bit more. Track 4 is called Sympathy Magic, and I do believe this was released as a single as well, and I managed to avoid it because I wanted to hear it in the rest of the album.
Memory fails me, names and faces blur. There is only after or before. Am I so different? Have I changed? I do not recognize my face. The scar fades, but pulls inside, tugging at me all the time, chewing on a feeling, spitting it out.
Ooh.
Crouch in a ball gown, anxious and ashamed, vague humiliations of fate.
Oh wow, we're really exploring that a lot
I
here.
do not find worthiness and virtue. I no longer try to be good.
Nice.
It didn't keep me safe like you told me that it would. So come on, tear me wide open. A terrible beat. Let the chorus console me. Sympathy magic.
Wow.
Head high, arms wide, aching, 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 and
Oh wow.
I don't have to be worthy. I no longer try to be good. It didn't keep me safe like you told me that it would. So come on, tear me wide open till I'm losing my mind, till I cannot contain it. La 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 la. Come on, I can take it. Give me
That was a very liberating run through the fields, screaming, singing. There was such a like release in that song. There's a lot of themes about processing fame and not being sure where you fit into the whole scheme of it, but this felt very like, I know what doesn't serve me anymore. I know who I need to be. Wow. I really liked that one a lot. That was really powerful. The next track is called Perfume and Milk, and this was actually written by Florence and Aaron Dessner together. That's an Aaron guitar. If I've ever heard one. Wow, yeah.
Perfume and milk, the body in bloom, the falling leaves, the fallen fruit, the rot and the ruin, the earth and the worms, the seasons change, the world turns, the trees turn gray and the land turns brown, in a house in the woods on the edge of town. Bury it deep, swallow it down, taking the herbs, a laurel crown, doing the work and sleeping alone, downloading revelations, divine love on my phone, trying to read but getting distracted, trying to live but feeling so damaged, and all shall be well, all shall be well. Miracles are often inconvenient.
True.
And a prayer is a spell.
Also true. Facts.
I packed my bags and I got in the car, a pilgrimage to wherever you are. April comes with its blossoms, beaten by rain. Oh, the hope and the horror singing daffodils again. The land it thaws and the leaves turn green, and the blue stars of snow glories with the winter jasmine, clothes of silk and satin, lace and leather, the one pink ribbon that holds me together, licking my wounds, burrowing down in a house in the woods on the edge of town. Well, healing is slow, it comes and it goes, a glimpse of the sun in a flurry of snow, the first green shoots in a sudden frost. Oh, something's gained when something's lost. The seasons change, the world turns, the world turns.
Ooh, I like how she held that note. Feels like you're in a house on the edge of town in like the woods.
Perfume and milk, the body in bloom, the falling leaves, the fallen fruit, the rot and the ruin, the earth and the worms, the seasons change, the world turns, the world turns,
Beautiful. Beautiful.
the world turns.
I really, really love that song. I'm sure this is referencing the same experience with the ectopic pregnancy. She's referencing the fallen fruit, the rot, the ruin. Miracles are inconvenient, licking my wounds. Healing is slow, it comes and it goes. Like, she's clearly reflecting on that experience of having gone through the surgery and the healing process afterwards. But I think if you zoom out, this is a very relatable song for anyone who's healing from anything. The lyric, "A prayer is a spell," I feel like is really powerful because it's just like, they're words you repeat to yourself and they gain power and they gain meaning the more you tell yourself these things. And so at the beginning of the chorus, she keeps repeating, "All shall be well." And I think that is her prayer, her spell, because she wants to heal. She wants to be well. Healing is slow. It comes and it goes. It's like, it's never going to be a straight journey. Healing is never linear. It's never a point A to point B. There's a lot of peaks and valleys in the journey of healing, whether that's physically healing, mentally healing, emotionally healing. And she's using this metaphor of like the seasons changing and everything dying in winter for it to come back. And that's part of the process. It's like you feel like you touched death. You felt like you were so close to it. The winter is that time where you heal and you retreat and you lick your wounds and you tend to yourself for things to bloom back in the spring when you're well. I think this is a beautifully written song and a beautifully explored idea, honestly. The lyric, "the one pink ribbon that holds me together," also reminded me of like, if you were like goth or emo, that like story of like the girl who has like the ribbon around her neck and it like holds her head on. It's very much giving that. And like, I guess pink because it's femininity, you know, like what she was healing and what was cut open was something feminine is probably what that's referencing. Actually, I wonder if Genius has anything to say about that. This is reminiscent of the folk story, The Green Ribbon. It follows a girl who always wears a green ribbon around her neck. Yeah. Okay, we are on the same frequency. Track 6 is called Buckle. Oh wow, and this one was written by Florence and Mitski, which is interesting, and then produced by Aaron and Florence. I'll be honest, I've never really listened to Mitski. I've maybe heard a few songs here or there, and I just like it didn't grab me, I guess. Let me know in the comments if you want to see me listen to Mitski, if that's something you think I should check out.
Wanna call you on the telephone. I made 1,000 people love me. Now I'm all alone, and my resolve is sinking like a stone. What would I even say? I guess it's something that just never goes away. A crowd of thousands came to see me, and you couldn't reply for 3 days.
T.
'Cause I'm stupid and I'm damaged and you're a disaster. And you walk into the room, oh, none of it matters. Oh baby, I just buckle my resolution in tatters. 'Cause I know it won't work, but make it ache, make it hurt. Keep me a secret, choose someone else. I'm still hanging off the buckle on your belt.
Oh wow.
The buckle on your belt. The buckle on your belt.
I like how she used buckle in 2 ways in that chorus.
Buckle on your belt. Then you close the door and leave me screaming on the floor. Oh baby, I just buckle. I can't take it anymore and let you walk all over me, honey. You make me think my therapy is a waste of money.
No, don't do it.
Drinking it down, haunting your city, falling for anyone awful who tells me I'm pretty. I blocked your number, but you didn't notice. Oh God, I thought I was too old for this. I should be over it. I'm much too old for this, but I'm not over it. 'Cause I'm stupid and damaged and you're a disaster. When you walk into the room, none of it matters. Oh baby, I just buckle my resolution in tatters. 'Cause I know it won't work, but make it ache, make it hurt. I'm not better than this. Show me what I'm worth. Keep me a secret, choose someone else. I'll still be here, hanging off. I'm hanging off. Buckle on your belt.
Oh, she was so vulnerable to share that. I mean, we've all been somebody's second pick. We've all been there. It hurts my heart to hear her say, like, I should be too old for this. 'Cause, like, no. Love yourself. Don't stick around for it. I loved the lyric about thousands of people showing up to see her and this person couldn't even text her back. Like, you have these adoring fans that are willing to do anything for you, but you're obsessed with this one guy who, like, quite literally doesn't give a shit. I'm also assuming that it's a guy just purely based on the behavior. I'm not trying to, like, put her in a box of who she can date. Unfortunately, this type of behavior tracks as very straight male. Florence, I know you're not watching this, but you are not stupid and you are not damaged and you are so worthy of the love that you deserve and true love, not whatever the fuck this is. This is not. You don't need to be buckling. We need to not be doing that. Love isn't supposed to hurt. Full stop. I feel like you could tell there was a different writing influence in Buckle. Like the cadence and the way that she worked the melody over the lyrics felt different. Like Florence tends to be quite rambly with melodies. Like they don't resolve in a way that you expect them to, and translates very much like stream of consciousness, writing in your diary. And I think that like she's come to be known for that. Whereas like this felt a little bit different. And I'm guessing anyway that was the Mitski influence there. It was a bit more concise. There was a catchy melody that we kind of went back to a couple of times. You could kind of not guess where the melody was going to go, but it felt familiar. It felt comfortable the few times that we went through it. And I feel like that is like very different for Florence. I liked it. The next track is called Kraken, which in mythology is a monster of the deep sea. And looking at the credits here, we do have Dave from Glass Animals back producing. We had Dave on a few tracks on Dance Fever, off the top of my head, Daffodil and My Love, which are two songs that I really enjoyed. So to have him in here with Aaron Dessner, I'm really curious to see how that's gonna go. Let us see what the Kraken hath to offer.
Sometimes my body seems so alien to me. I quiet it down by watching TV, but grow restless and grow hungry as the water rises up around me. You come on screen, so good looking it's obscene. I put my fist into my mouth and scream. Some things it seems are catching up with me. And as it rises to my chin, I should really stop watching. And as I reach for the remote, it is rushing down my throat. I let it in, I start to swim. I grow many arms and legs, and then I start to sing. And all of my peers, they had such potential, but the swamp, it took them down.
She loves the swamp, eh?
My love, I have to tell you, I kissed them all and let them drown. See me, just another drunken groupie. So when your hand reached out, I just pushed you further down. Well, do you see me now? Do you see me now?
This is so Dave.
I haunt you in your sleep.
Love
my
that.
tentacles so tender as I caress your cheek. Did you know how big I would become and how much I would eat? So glamorous and ravenous as I drag you off your feet. There's nothing you can do. Some things it seems are catching up with you. Arms around the mast as your ship starts cracking. Were you singing through the pain? Have you changed? Well, so have I. As I fix you in the gaze of my one unblinking eye, or do I terrified?
She loves singing about eyes.
All of my peers, they had such potential, but the swamp, it took them down. And my love, I have to tell you, I kissed them all and let them drown. You didn't see me, just another drunken groupie. So when your hand reached out, I just pushed you further down. Well, do you see me now? Do you see me
There's such a distinct change in production there. You can tell that there was a force greater in sound than what Aaron Dessner tends to produce. Not that he's not a great force, but he tends to produce things that have a softer atmosphere, and there was something very driving and powerful about that was reminiscent of the other Dave produced Florence songs on the last album. It's really interesting imagery. She's obviously referring to herself as the Kraken, like she has brought all of these people, these peers she said she had that had potential. She's kind of saying like she clambered over everybody and climbed to the top, and like she just pushed everybody down into the depths to rise to where she's at, which is really interesting because I don't know her, I don't know her story that intimately, but she doesn't seem like the type of person that would just push everyone aside. So maybe she's kind of like reckoning with this guilt of feeling like she did that in some type of way to rise to the top. I think ultimately she's just insanely talented. I love a little like Norse mythology metaphor. I'm never gonna turn my nose up at that. The first verse is really interesting. Like I wonder if she is exploring how she feels when she sees other people that she knows. She's saying on TV and doing well. It's like almost like there's a jealousy there. She also ends the verse with, and then I start to sing. So maybe this is just this like, she's sitting at home, she's watching other people doing what she wants to be doing when she's not doing it. And it's like this all-consuming feeling that takes her over, and she's like, gotta get back into it, gotta be doing that. Really interesting. I feel like this is one that maybe is going to have like layers to it the more you listen to, but that's kind of just what I'm getting obviously off my first initial reaction. Curious. Track 8 is called The Old Religion. I love when she explores like religious themes and very occult religious stuff. So I'm very curious to see how that is explored here. That's Aaron piano.
And the old religion humming in your veins, some animal instinct starting up again. And I am wound so tightly I hardly even breathe. You wonder why we're
So pretty.
for some kind of release. So tired of being careful, so tired of being still. Give me something I can crush, something I can kill. A lightning strike, a fallen tree, and I'm afraid, oh, don't let it find me. But you had to run yourself, you see, and I'm powerless, so don't remind me. And it's your troubled hero, back for season 6, when it's at its darkest. It's my favorite bit, and I am wound so tightly I hardly even breathe. You wonder why we're hungry for some kind of relief, but you cannot run yourself, you see. And I'm powerless, I know, don't remind me. And it's the old religion humming in your veins, some animal instinct starting up again. And I am wound so tightly I hardly even breathe. You wonder why we're hungry for some kind of release. And let it run, and I'm afraid, oh, don't let it find me.
Wow, the organ in that song is really beautiful. I think the one lyric that kind of sums up all of it is, you can't outrun yourself, you'll see. I think she's still reflecting on the surgery and the healing and just feeling powerless in this situation, I guess. I think a lot of people have these moments of feeling powerless. I think the self can mean a lot of different things. And this idea of old religion is like a lot of old religion, especially if we're looking at it through, like a Christianity lens, they Old Testament is very dark and very unforgiving. The lyric, like, freedom from the body, freedom from the pain, is clearly this, you know, she can't escape this situation that she's in physically. I did really like the lyric, it's your troubled hero back for season 6. When it's at its darkest, it's my favorite bit. I thought that was like really interesting, and I just clicked on it in Genius, and apparently she's quoted saying that it was actually based on season 6 of Buffy when she comes back from the dead, and she's kind of mad. Like, yeah, she's furious that they take her away from heaven and bring her back to Earth, which is like hell. These are Buffy spoilers. We stand Buffy. Love an excuse to talk about Buffy. Track 9 is titled Drink Deep. And we have Danny L. Harrell writing on this track, which, just looking at his credits, we have some Dua Lipa, we have some Caroline Polachek, Charlie XCX, like really interesting stuff. He is also credited on Sympathy Magic, so curious to see if it's similar to that.
Through bramble and briar, under ash and oak, I went to find a hidden foe. They gave me gowns and riches, cut gold thread with their teeth. Every night I went to see them, no, I did not sleep. And every cup they brought to me, oh, you know I did. Drink deep, drink deep.
What a nice melody.
My eyes began to hollow, my skin began to fade. What I thought was a night was 1,000 years. What I thought was a sip was 1,000 tears. But still they said drink deep. Realized I drank of myself. Yes, it came from me. It was made from me.
That vocal layering was so powerful. Gorgeous. It sounded like her voice multiplied it, which makes sense because she's talking about drinking of herself, taking from herself. And, you know, a lot of these lyrics throughout are referencing folklore and fairies. Fairies not in a pretty way, but in a Celtic folklore way. Fairies are scary. They can be. There's a lot of interesting stuff to unpack here. I feel like I really need to sit with that. The, like, drank of myself. Maybe this is actually her exploring that, like, she thought somebody, or in this case, these otherworldly mythological creatures that she's seeking guidance from are telling her, you know, drink deep of this, and she thinks it's this, like, powerful magical elixir that is going to help her to come to realize that it was her the whole time. Like, she helped herself. She healed herself. She lifted herself up through that. And that realization, that I realized I drank of myself. Yes, it came from me. Still, I drank deep, is like kind of this acceptance that she is the one that brought herself there. Interesting. Yeah, I'm going to have to sit with this one for a while because I think there's a lot more to glean there. But I really love the vibe. Track 10 is called Music by Men. This is the only explicit track on the album, which is really interesting. I'm curious to see how she rips into men.
In every book in the house, notes from you fall out. All the love that came my way, I found a way to push away. I don't wanna be afraid anymore. I don't wanna run from love like I had before. And on the way to couples therapy, put your headphones in so you didn't have to talk to me. Listening to our own demos on the ride home. You have a bigger ego than you think you do. Slide down in my seat so as not to threaten you. Let it be us, let it be home, falling asleep and not looking at our phone. Cause I know how to fall in love, I do it constantly. I fall in love with everyone I meet for 10 minutes at least. But then comes the work, the resentments, and the hurt. Picking at your haircut and that stupid bad t-shirt. Much harder than it looks, and there isn't much applause. If it required practice, dedication, I just got bored. We discussed something called compromise, a brand new concept that I never tried.
Wow.
Let it be us, let it be home. Breaking my bones, getting 4 out of 5. Listening to a song by the 1975. I thought, fuck it, I might as well give music by men a try.
Maddie Healy, Catching Strays.
Let there be love, let there be light, let there be
my
a quiet
God.
day and an easy night. Let me put out a record and have it not ruin my life. Let it be us, let it be home. Let it not be a spotlight standing alone. Running back to the only love I could ever control.
She's airing out her shit a little bit here. She's calling herself out. You know, she's saying like she has some toxic patterns and behaviors, and the lyric about giving compromise a try is like, that's a brand new concept. Let it be us, let it be home, let it not be a spotlight standing alone. Running back to the only love I could ever control. So like maybe this is a very tumultuous and broken relationship, but she feels like she has control in it. And when she's standing in a spotlight all alone, it's like she does not have control over the fame. She does not have control over the way the fans love her. I can't get over the listening to a song by the 1975. And then yeah, in that bridge, the breaking my bones, getting 4 out of 5. Venus is saying that she's talking about how she broke her foot on stage and that the performance only got 4 stars out of 5 from like a review, and she's like, what more do I have to do? I literally broke my bones and bled all over the stage. Like truly, that would not have been the review if a man had done that. If a man had broken their foot or whatever, broken a bone on stage and bled through the whole show, I mean, they get it for less. You know, you see guitarists in heavier bands where they're shredding and the fingers are bleeding all over the guitar, and it's like, wow, he's so cool, he's so dedicated, he's so whatever. Like they don't have to do as much to get the praise. And so she's like, how would I have even achieved that 5th stars? Like by being a man, essentially. I really enjoyed the vibe of that song. It was like giving a kind of bluesy Cabin in the Woods vibe, and I think she had a lot of really interesting things to say there. I can't say it's relatable in my case, but I really enjoy the vulnerability and the atmosphere that was created in order to explore it. We are at the penultimate track. This is track 11, You Can Have It All.
Sit in salt water, calling a vision of my daughter. Light a candle, place my grief upon the altar.
Wow, okay.
A bird in my hands, a flower, a song. I used to think I knew what sadness was. I was wrong, a piece of flesh, £1,000,000 pounds. Am I a woman now?
Wow.
A crescent moon, and apples sliced thick in the sky. The air smells of fruit and smoke. The season is ripe. I stay in the house, move the furniture about, try and control what I can, and feel the world slip through my hand. You can have it
Nice. Nice.
You can have it all.
Beautiful.
Dug a hole in the garden and buried a scream, and from it grew a bright red tree shining with jagged leaves. And when the wind blows, you can hear it.
Ooh, we're building it more. Ooh.
You can have it all. You can have it all. Piece of flesh, a million hearts. Am I a woman? No. Tree grows tall, can't cut me down. Am I a woman? No.
What we're getting from this, I think, at this point in the album that's really interesting is that clearly we're still exploring what was obviously a traumatic experience for her with this ectopic pregnancy, but this song is really showing that, like, this was a grieving process for her. This was something she wanted to experience. She wanted to mother, and she wanted to have this lyric, "Am I a woman now?" She's saying, like, did I experience something that counts? And there's grief and there's loss and there's longing that just doesn't get resolved. And when she has the lyric about screaming into a hole, that chorus feels like maybe what she was screaming. Wow, this one's really powerful, and it's a bit more literal. It's still extremely poetic and laced in metaphor, but she is really telling you what she's doing and where her grief is, and that this is a new experience emotionally for her. She's uncovering new depths of sadness and new layers of grief. And I guess the chorus is a bit sarcastic as well. Like, she doesn't feel like she can have it all. She tried to have it all. There's so much anger in this song. It's very palpable, and I think it's perfectly placed because we've explored a lot of other emotions throughout the album. And anger is kind of a final stage, right? The final track on the album is And Love. This is also the shortest track on the album. So I have a feeling this is going to be a short and sweet way to kind of wrap everything up and tie it together. Curious to see how she does that, because this has been quite a heavy subject content. So I'm guessing with the title And Love, maybe she's going to be exploring what's to come next, maybe loving herself in the experience she's had and moving forward. There seems to be a narrative here following.
And love was not what I thought it was. It crept up on me despite myself. And it was not a love song, it was something else.
Wow, this is so soft and pretty.
More like surrendering to something, and more like resting than running.
Yep.
Peace is coming. Peace is coming. Peace is coming. Peace is coming. And love was not cave than a romance novel heroine being swept away. More like surrendering to something.
It's true.
And more like resting than running. Peace is coming. Peace is coming. Peace is coming.
That harp is so beautiful. Wow. What a beautiful way to wrap up this album. Honestly, like, I think it needed that. I mean, it's incredible that such a traumatic experience and a horrible situation for her can turn into so much art. Like, she clearly had so much to say about this experience, and this album didn't necessarily need to end on a positive note. It didn't have to end this way, but it's very telling of where she's at, that this is where she's at. She does believe this. And even though maybe she's not at this place of accepting that peace is coming, she's, like she said previously, a prayer is a spell. This is what she wants for herself. And I think that's very powerful. So that was Everybody Scream. I'm really excited to revisit some of these songs. I have a feeling that a lot of these songs are going to be growers for me. There are so many layers and so much intense emotion on this album that I think initially taking it in, it feels very overwhelming, because it is overwhelming. Her experience was very overwhelming. She was clearly very overwhelmed. And I think despite it being such specific subject matter, there are so many different directions that you can take these lyrics and so many different feelings that you can explore for yourself through this work. I think this is going to be a really important album in her discography, just in terms of kind of the evolution of her and her own experience and how she writes as well. I think this is one I'm going to have to unpack over time, and one that I'm glad to know is there when I need it. Thanks so much to everyone who's been following along this series of listening to Florence and the Machine albums with me. I don't want to say this is technically the end of this series, because a few of you have commented saying that there are some deluxe tracks and some music videos and things that inform a lot of the other albums. So I can look into reacting to those as well if that's something you're interested in. Please let me know in the comments down below, and like this video if you want to see more Florence and the Machine content. Off the top of my head, I think my favorite songs from what I can remember are Sympathy Magic, Perfume and Milk, Buckle, and Music by Men. Those are the ones that I think stood out to me the most from what I can remember. Album reactions are really hard sometimes, because you talk about the songs so much in between that by the time you get to the end, you're like, what did the first one sound like? But let me know what your favorite tracks off of this album were. I love finding out what people love, why they love it, and having a really fun discussion with all of you. It's been so fun to talk about music in the comments. As always, let me know if there's anything else you want to see me react to, and I will see you next time. Bye!